If you looked outside your windows lately, then you know. The world is broken right now. And my job is to put it back together. Now the question is, will you cooperate with this mission?
Yes.
The target is a superhuman by the codename Sentry. Not much more is known.
So you're sending us to our deaths, and we don't even know what we're really up against.
I am.
What's crackling in the Marvel Universe? Thunderbolts. So, Marvel recently dropped some fresh footage of the Thunderbolts movie, giving us our first glimpse of the Winter Soldier since his last appearance in Falcon and Winter Soldier. What could this mean for the upcoming movie? New scenes of Yelena Belova, Val, Ghost, and Taskmaster have given us a clearer idea of what's happening in the movie. There's a big question about the asterisk in the Thunderbolts title. Kevin Feige was pretty clear at the big presentation he did at CinemaCon that the asterisk was there on purpose. It seems like it's a big deal, and they aren't going to fully explain it until the movie actually comes out next year. It's really important, but we think we've already figured out what it actually means, so it'll be all explained. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to get all the videos, starting with the Winter Soldier scenes. The first new scene is of him in a business suit, of all things, in the middle of a trial. He's at it. The Congress scene is supposed to give you vibes of that Iron Man 2 trial scene where he got hauled in and raked over the coals over his Iron Man armor technology. Also, notice the zoom in on his hands. His vibranium arm will still be the exact same arm. The way it was explained by James Gunn after this particular scene, is it the new canon backstory? Nebula found out that Rocket wanted the arm really badly at some point when they were working together on the Avengers. During the 5-year time jump, at some point after Avengers Endgame, it was ripped off of Winter Soldier's body and it was just brought back and given to him as a Christmas present. So he's got the exact same arm during Thunderbolts. The only way to explain it would be at some point it was just given back to him by Rocket while he was busy running his new Guardians of the Galaxy team. Rocket is meant to be a genius, so he could actually create his own similar type of arm if he could find some raw vibranium to work with. The big thing with Winter Soldier in the Thunderbolts movie is, at least at first, he's not supposed to be on the ground with the actual Thunderbolts team. Kevin Feige kept hyping him up in the movie, saying he was a huge part of the story, but when the first look was released, of all the team members, he was standing there in his uniform with his vibranium arm in the middle, and everyone just assumed he was going to be the team leader. Kevin Feige joked that he was going to be the most mentally stable person of all of them, which is saying a lot because he went through all the talking. A Winter Soldier dealing with all that court-ordered therapy. So now the idea is that he's been rehabilitated mentally and legally so he can lead a more normal life than he had before as Winter Soldier. But as of the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, he's supposed to be totally cleared legally. Nothing is hanging over his head anymore, but he's working with the government, it looks like. And it sounds like if he's got the suit and tie, he might start the movie having more of a desk type of job. Maybe with Val. If Val is going to be the one who puts the Thunderbolts together in the first place, and he's working with the team. And even though she probably has other people inside the military actually running it, she would also be calling shots for the Weapons Plus program, because Val is supposed to be the one responsible for the creation of the Sentry, Robert Reynolds becoming the Sentry. This is actually a new scene of her in the movie getting ready to film, and this is her new assistant that they're introducing in the movie, mostly for a comedic role. We think just because Val is such a darkly comedic character, kind of like her Veep character. But the whole idea is that Robert Reynolds' Sentry comes from the Weapons Plus program in the comics. Thunderbolt Ross, who has become president by Captain America Brave New World, will also have become Red Hook. On top of that, he will continue to be president as of the Thunderbolts movie, unless some major what the fuck ending happens in that movie. The Weapons Plus program was actually restarted by him way back during the Incredible Hulk movie, so even though he's president now, he's got way more things he's worried about, like finding every ounce of adamantium on the planet that he can. They haven't revealed what smaller missions the Thunderbolts team might be going on during the movie, or if they're simply created at the beginning of the movie in their first mission. The goal is to stop this entity. Yes, there's absolutely no way anybody on the team is nearly powerful enough, even all their combined strength, to stop this entity. That's not exactly how he's going to be stopped though. It won't be defeating him in a knockdown drag-out fight. My early theory is that the movie picks up. Val is supposed to have already created the Sentry, and he's supposed to have succumbed to the Void personality or persona from the comics. Technically, it's not like a fully alternate persona, it's more like an alternate entity. It's actually more of a dark force than an actual person, but it can manifest and look like anything it wants to. But we think the way they're going to visualize the Void during the movie is that it won't be like it is in the comics. It'll be more like a domain from Jujutsu Kaisen. They haven't totally explained how this is going to work. like if the characters will travel into his mind mentally into this domain, or if it'll be them traveling into it physically. The actors have been changed. Now it's going to be Lewis Pullman playing Sentry. He'll get the Golden Sentry Serum during the movie, which evolves from the Super Soldier Serum. A really good comparison to make would be with Homelander in the Boys universe. In the Boys universe, all those superheroes get Compound V, and the amount of power they get is directly tied to how much Compound V they're given. The main reason why Homelander is so much more powerful than everybody else on the planet is because he's given way larger doses, like billions and billions of dollars worth of Compound V compared to everyone else. The other brand new scenes were released are of Ghost in her brand new suit. It almost looks like it has a skirt on it. The black is probably just for extra stealth, even though she probably doesn't need it, being able to phase through anything. This is the first time we've seen the Ghost character since Ant-Man and the Wasp, like it has been forever. Yelena Belova isn't wearing her new suit that she had in the preview she posted to her social media a while ago, but Antonio here is for Taskmaster. She'll have a new suit in the movie too. Everybody gets a new suit. We haven't seen Red Guardian yet and what his new suit is going to look like. He also has his own shield designed to look like Captain America's shield with a red Tsar of Russia on it, but it wasn't made of vibranium. There was actually an Easter egg for it during What If Season 1, where Black Widow is using it because Red Guardian has died in a reality. We haven't seen any brand new footage of John Walker, a US agent yet, but he already got his new suit at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It'll just be the same suit. The joke was that Val gave him a more comic book accurate US agent suit by just making it black instead of blue for his Captain America suit. As for the asterisk in the Thunderbolts title, our theory is that they're using the title as a joke during the movie.
There's not an organization of the Avengers doesn't mean there's not a group of superheroes in the MCU. Not a group perhaps as lofty as the Avengers, but there is a group, and they're called the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts are finally coming to the screen, and they are a ragtag bunch, and I want you to meet them. Starting with our director, Mr. Jake Schreier. I also want you to say hi to Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
It's some joke name that was the name of Yelena Belova's childhood soccer team or something like that. What if Sam Wilson either drags his feet too long on that or has some disagreement with Thunderbolt Ross and Val about who should be on the team, and it just goes on for long till Val and Thunderbolt Ross are like, fine, we'll just make our own team. And before Sam Wilson rolls out his new Avengers team, their government-sponsored team was announced on public television. So everybody sees it around the world and like, oh yeah, the Avengers are back. We finally have a new Avengers team. But it's really more like the Dark Avengers, like the Thunderbolts who just turned into the Dark Avengers. Back in the comics, Sentry was on the Dark Avengers, but it was Norman Osborn who put the team together. Another thing that supports the theory is that Val is supposed to have been the person who bought the Avengers Tower from Iron Man. Maybe they just named the team the Avengers at the end of the movie and she'll move them, like the Thunderbolts, who are now the Dark Avengers, into the new Avengers Tower as she redesigns it. Do share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time.